I can't believe you're actually going through with this wedding after everything we've been through together.
What we had is over, Celine. I'm marrying Tiffany now, and nothing you say will change that.
Oh, darling, don't waste your breath on her. She's just a bitter ex-wife who can't accept reality. Reality? The reality is that you cheated on me with this woman while I was fighting for my life in the hospital. My dear, perhaps it's time to let go of the past and embrace what the universe has planned for you. Who are you? And why are you talking to me like you know something I don't? I am someone who understands the power of second chances. Tell me, have you ever wondered what it would be like to rewrite your story?
Security, please escort this woman out. She's disrupting my wedding.
Your wedding? This should have been our 10th anniversary, Ryan. Instead, you're marrying the woman who destroyed our marriage. I didn't destroy anything. I simply showed him what real love looks like, something you clearly couldn't do.
That's enough, both of you. This is supposed to be a celebration, not a battlefield. Dad, I can handle this. Celine just needs to accept that we're divorced and move on. Son, treating your ex-wife with such disrespect reflects poorly on our family name.
At least someone in your family still has decency, unlike your son who abandoned me when I needed him most. The pain you feel now is temporary, child, but the power I can give you is eternal. What are you talking about? Power? I just want justice for what they did to me. Justice comes to those who are brave enough to seize it. Are you ready to change everything?
Will someone please remove these crazy women from my wedding venue? Ryan, show some respect. This woman was part of our family for 8 years.
Was being the operative word. She's nobody now, just a pathetic woman clinging to the past. You think you've won, don't you? You think stealing my husband makes you victorious? Victory isn't about winning what others have taken. It's about becoming something they could never imagine. I don't understand what you're offering, but I'm tired of being powerless. Then close your eyes and let the universe show you what you're truly capable of.
What's happening? Why is the room getting so cold all of a sudden? It's probably just the air conditioning. Can we please continue with the ceremony?
Something feels wrong. Why is that woman glowing like that? The transformation has begun. When you open your eyes, you'll see the world differently. I feel different, like I can see through all their lies and manipulations.
What kind of parlor trick is this? Stop whatever you're doing right now. Son, I think we should take this seriously. Something extraordinary is happening here.
You want to know what's extraordinary? I can see the future now, and it's not what any of you expect. She's lost her mind completely. Ryan, let's just ignore her and finish our wedding. The gift I've given you comes with great responsibility. Use it wisely. I can see that your company will face a major scandal in 3 months, Ryan. Something about embezzled funds.
How could you possibly know about? I mean, that's ridiculous speculation. What embezzled funds? Ryan, what is she talking about?
I can also see that your precious Tiffany has been selling company secrets to your competitors. That's a lie. I would never do such a thing. Truth has a way of revealing itself when the time is right.
If there's any truth to these accusations, I need to know immediately. Dad, you can't seriously believe this nonsense. She's obviously making things up.
Am I? Then why is Tiffany's phone buzzing with messages from Harrison Industries right now? How did you? That's impossible. You can't know that.
Harrison Industries? They've been trying to acquire our company for years.
Check her phone, Theodore. You'll find very interesting conversations about proprietary information.
This is insane. Tiffany, tell them this is all lies.
I can explain everything. It's not what it looks like. The truth always finds a way to surface, no matter how deeply it's buried.
Young lady, I'm going to need to see your phone immediately.
You have no right to invade my privacy like this. Privacy? You gave up that right when you started betraying the family you're trying to marry into.
Tiffany, just show him the phone and prove her wrong.
I don't have to prove anything to anyone. This wedding is supposed to be about our love.
A love built on deception and betrayal is no love at all.
I can see so much more now, like how Ryan has been forging contracts to embezzle money from the company.
You're absolutely crazy if you think anyone will believe these wild accusations.
Belief is irrelevant when evidence speaks for itself.
Son, these are serious allegations. If there's any truth to them, you need to come clean right now. Dad, you're going to believe this delusional woman over your own son?
I'm not delusional, Ryan. I have the ability to see the truth now, and the truth is ugly. This is all just revenge, because she can't accept that Ryan chose me over her.
Chose you over her? Or chose criminal activity over integrity?
The funniest part is that I used to love you so much, I was blind to who you really are.
Used to? You still love me. That's why you're here, trying to destroy my happiness.
Love and obsession are different things entirely, young man. I don't love you anymore, Ryan. I pity you for the pathetic man you've become.
If these accusations are true, then this wedding cannot proceed.
You can't stop our wedding based on the ravings of a mentally unstable woman. Mentally unstable? I've never been more clear-headed in my life. Clarity comes to those who are ready to see beyond the illusions others create.
Fine. Let's say, for argument's sake, that you have some kind of supernatural ability. What do you want?
Justice. And maybe a little bit of poetic irony.
What kind of justice are you looking for?
The kind that comes when people face the consequences of their actions. I won't let you destroy what Ryan and I have built together. What you've built together is a house of cards, and it's about to collapse. Theodore, you seem like an honorable man. Unlike your son, you have integrity.
I try to conduct myself with honor, yes. Something I clearly failed to teach my son. Dad, don't let her manipulate you with false flattery and made-up stories.
They're not made up, and you know it. Your father deserves better than a criminal for a son. How dare you speak to my fiancé that way? Perhaps it's time to reveal the full extent of what you can now see, my dear. I can see that Theodore has been looking for someone trustworthy to help run the company.
How could you possibly know that? I haven't told anyone about my succession plans. Succession plans? Dad, what are you talking about?
He's been planning to step down as CEO and find someone worthy to take over the company.
That's confidential information. How do you know this?
Some knowledge transcends the normal boundaries of human perception. This is all ridiculous supernatural nonsense. Can we please just get married? You can't marry someone who's about to be arrested for embezzlement and fraud.
Arrested? You think you can have me arrested with your imaginary evidence? If the evidence exists, then yes, you will be arrested. I won't protect a criminal, even if he's my son.
The evidence is in his office safe, behind the family portrait.
How do you know about the safe? No one knows about that safe.
Ryan, what evidence? What have you been hiding from me? Truth has a way of illuminating even the darkest secrets.
We're going to that office right now, and you're going to open that safe. Dad, please, let me explain everything before you jump to conclusions.
Explanations won't change what you've done, Ryan. You made your choices. I can't believe this is happening on our wedding day. This was supposed to be perfect.
Perfect? There's nothing perfect about marrying a thief and a liar.
Theodore, you've always been kind to me, even during the divorce proceedings.
You were a good wife to my son, even when he didn't deserve your loyalty.
Loyalty should be earned, not expected unconditionally.
This is all insane. I refuse to be part of this circus any longer.
Running away won't solve your problems, Ryan. The truth will follow you wherever you go. We could leave the country, start fresh somewhere else.
Leave the country? That sounds like the plan of guilty people trying to escape justice.
They can run, but they can't hide from the consequences of their actions. The universe has a way of balancing the scales, even when it takes time.
Young lady, I owe you an apology. I should have seen through my son's deception years ago.
You don't owe me anything, Theodore. You've always been honorable.
I can't believe my own father is choosing her side over mine.
This is so unfair. We love each other, and that should be enough. Love built on lies and betrayal is not love at all. It's merely selfish desire. Real love requires honesty, respect, and commitment. Things Ryan never understood.
I'm ashamed that I raised a son who could treat you so poorly. I treated her fine. She's the one who couldn't handle a little marital difficulty.
Marital difficulty? You had an affair and stole money from your own family. The affair wasn't planned. Sometimes people just fall in love with someone else. Falling in love and choosing to betray existing commitments are two different things.
I think it's time for me to make some difficult decisions about the future of this company.
Whatever you decide, I know it will be the right choice. You're a man of integrity.
Dad, you can't seriously be considering putting her in charge of anything. I'm considering putting someone trustworthy in charge, yes.
She's your ex-daughter-in-law. This is completely inappropriate. Inappropriateness seems to be a family trait, at least for some members. I never asked for any position in the company. I just wanted justice.
Justice and good business sense often align more closely than people realize. This is blackmail. You're using false accusations to manipulate my father.
The accusations aren't false, and I'm not manipulating anyone. Even if some of it is true, people make mistakes. That doesn't mean we can't move forward. Some mistakes have consequences that can't be easily erased or forgiven.
Stealing from the family company and betraying your wife aren't simple mistakes.
They're character flaws that run too deep to be fixed with apologies.
Fine. If you want to destroy my life, go ahead. But don't pretend you're doing it for noble reasons.
This is all so dramatic and unnecessary. Can't we all just get along? Getting along requires mutual respect and honesty, qualities that seem to be lacking here.
I think this wedding needs to be postponed indefinitely until we sort through these allegations.
Postponed? Theodore, some things shouldn't be delayed. They should be canceled entirely.
You're going to regret this, all of you. Mark my words.
We'll find a way to be together, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Finding a way and finding the right way are often completely different paths.
I need time to investigate these claims thoroughly before making any major decisions.
Take all the time you need. The truth isn't going anywhere.
The truth, according to someone who claims to have magical powers? How is that credible?
Exactly. This whole thing is based on supernatural nonsense. Supernatural or not, the evidence will speak for itself once it's examined. My abilities just revealed what was already there. I didn't create the evidence.
Evidence that apparently exists in a safe I thought was completely secret. She must have broken in my office somehow. That's the only logical explanation.
Logic? You want to talk about logic after everything you've done? We should call the police and report her for breaking and entering. Calling the police might not work out the way you expect it to.
Let's focus on finding the truth rather than making more accusations.
The truth is that your son is a criminal and his fiancée is a corporate spy.
Those are serious criminal allegations. Do you have any idea what you're saying?
We could sue you for defamation if you keep spreading these lies. Truth is an absolute defense against defamation claims.
If these allegations are proven true, then legal consequences will follow naturally.
I'm not afraid of legal consequences. I'm not the one who broke the law.
This is all circumstantial speculation. You have no real proof of anything.
She's just a bitter ex-wife trying to cause trouble on our special day. Special days are often when the universe chooses to reveal hidden truths. The only thing special about today is that justice is finally being served.
Justice delayed is not justice denied, especially when it comes to family matters. Family? She's not part of this family anymore. The divorce made that clear.
Divorce papers don't erase 8 years of marriage or the crimes you committed during them. Why can't you just move on and find someone else to obsess over? Moving on doesn't mean ignoring wrongdoing or abandoning the pursuit of justice.
I think we should adjourn this discussion to my office where we can examine the evidence.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Let's see what's really hidden in that safe.
I'm not opening any safe based on the delusions of someone who claims to be psychic.
This is harassment. We have rights. Rights come with corresponding responsibilities that seem to have been forgotten.
As the owner of this company, I have the right to examine any evidence of misconduct.
And as a victim of their crimes, I have the right to see justice served.
Victim? You're the one disrupting our wedding with crazy accusations.
We're the real victims here. Our special day has been completely ruined. Some things are more important than special days, like integrity and honesty.
Let's go to the office right now and settle this matter once and for all.
I'm ready whenever you are. The truth has been waiting long enough.
Fine, but when this is over and you've proven nothing, I want apologies from everyone.
And compensation for the emotional distress you've caused us. Emotional distress often results from the consequences of our own actions.
We'll discuss compensation after we determine who owes what to whom.
I have a feeling the compensation discussion will be very different from what they expect.
Your feelings and supernatural visions don't constitute legal evidence.
Exactly. This whole thing is based on mystical nonsense. Mystical nonsense has a way of becoming undeniable reality.
Reality is what we'll focus on. Facts, evidence, and truth.
Those are exactly the things that will vindicate everything I've said today.
We'll see about that. I'm confident this will all be proven wrong.
And when it is, we're going to sue everyone involved in this humiliation. Humiliation often comes from being forced to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves.
The only humiliation I'm concerned about is the shame of having raised a dishonest son.
You're not responsible for his choices, Theodore. He made these decisions as an adult.
Enough with the family therapy session. Let's just get this over with.
The sooner we prove her wrong, the sooner we can get back to our wedding plans. Some plans are destined to change when truth intervenes.
Let me call my lawyer to witness whatever we find in that safe.
That's a wise precaution. Everything should be properly documented.
Fine, call your lawyer. Call the whole legal department if it makes you feel better.
This is such an overreaction to the ravings of a clearly disturbed woman. Disturbance often occurs when long-hidden secrets are suddenly brought to light.
The only disturbance I'm worried about is the damage this could do to our company's reputation.
The damage to the reputation was done when the crimes were committed, not when they were discovered.
Alleged crimes. Nothing has been proven yet.
And nothing will be proven because there's nothing to prove. Confidence in lies is often the last refuge of those who fear the truth.
We'll know the truth soon enough. My lawyer should be here within the hour.
An hour is a long time to wait when you've been waiting for justice for years.
You haven't been waiting for justice. You've been plotting revenge.
This whole thing reeks of a calculated plan to destroy our happiness. Happiness built on the suffering of others is not worthy of protection.
If happiness was built on criminal activity, then it deserves to be destroyed.
I'm not trying to destroy anyone's happiness. I'm trying to restore balance.
Balance? You want to balance the scales by ruining our lives?
How is destroying our relationship going to fix anything in your life? Sometimes destruction is necessary before proper reconstruction can begin.
Reconstruction of this family's integrity is long overdue.
Integrity can't be reconstructed until the lies are torn down first.
What if I offered to make financial amends? Would that satisfy your need for justice?
Ryan, you're not admitting guilt, are you? Guilt has a way of revealing itself regardless of formal admissions. Financial amends are just the beginning. Full accountability is what justice requires.
Full accountability includes facing legal consequences if crimes were committed. Legal consequences for what? We still haven't established that any crimes occurred.
Exactly. This is all speculation and supernatural nonsense. The safe will either vindicate your position or confirm mine.
And when we open that safe, we'll finally have concrete answers.
I'm looking forward to those concrete answers. They'll speak louder than words.
I'm looking forward to proving you wrong and getting an apology.
And then we can finally have our wedding in peace. Peace often requires the resolution of outstanding conflicts first.
There won't be peace until we know the truth about these allegations.
The truth is coming whether anyone is ready for it or not.
Truth? Your version of truth is based on mystical visions.
How can anyone take supernatural claims seriously in a business matter? Business matters often involve more supernatural elements than people realize.
I don't care if the information came from visions or detective work. If it's accurate, that's what matters.
Accuracy is exactly what we'll have once that safe is opened.
And when nothing incriminating is found, will you finally admit you were wrong?
Will you finally leave us alone to live our lives? Lives built on deception tend to collapse under their own weight eventually.
If nothing is found, Then I'll personally ensure this matter is dropped completely.
That's a fair agreement. But what happens when something is found?
Nothing will be found because there's nothing to find.
This confidence in supernatural powers is really getting ridiculous. Ridiculous often becomes revelation when time reveals the truth.
Time is exactly what we need. Time for proper investigation and documentation.
Time has already revealed enough. The rest is just formality.
Formality? You're talking about potentially destroying someone's life.
Our lives. You're talking about destroying our lives together. Lives based on lies will eventually destroy themselves.
If those lies were built on criminal activity, then destruction is appropriate.
I'm not destroying anything. I'm simply revealing what was already there.
Revealing? More like fabricating evidence to support your revenge fantasy.
This whole thing is a revenge plot disguised as a search for justice. Justice and revenge are often confused by those who fear accountability.
Accountability is exactly what this family needs, regardless of the consequences.
The consequences were set in motion long before today. I'm just the messenger.
Messenger? You're more like a harbinger of chaos and destruction.
A very bitter, vindictive harbinger who can't accept that she lost. Losing and having something stolen are completely different experiences.
If something was indeed stolen, then it needs to be returned or accounted for.
What was stolen can't be returned, but justice can still be served.
Justice? This feels more like persecution and harassment.
We're being persecuted for falling in love. Love doesn't require the betrayal and theft that apparently accompanied yours.
Love that requires criminal activity to sustain itself isn't really love.
True love would never ask someone to commit crimes or betray family.
You're all ganging up on us based on unproven allegations.
This is so unfair. We haven't had a chance to properly defend ourselves. Defense requires more than denial when evidence exists.
The evidence will either support their defense or confirm the allegations.
Either way, the truth will finally be revealed.
Fine. Let's open the safe and get this over with once and for all.
Yes, let's prove once and for all that this is all nonsense. Truth has a way of surprising everyone, including those who think they know what it contains.
Surprises are exactly what I'm afraid of, but they're necessary for justice.
No one should be afraid of the truth, only of the consequences of hiding from it.
I'm not hiding from anything. I'm standing right here ready to face whatever you think you found.
We're both ready. We have nothing to hide and nothing to fear. Fear often reveals itself when hidden truths are brought to light.
Let's go to the office now. I want this resolved before the end of the day.
Resolution is exactly what we all need, even if it's not what everyone wants.
Resolution? More like the beginning of a legal nightmare based on false accusations.
A nightmare that will fight with everything we have. Fighting truth is often more exhausting than accepting it.
Acceptance of truth is the first step toward rebuilding trust and integrity.
Rebuilding requires first acknowledging what was broken and why.
Nothing is broken that can't be fixed with proper communication and understanding.
Exactly. We just need to talk through our differences like civilized people. Civilization requires honesty and accountability, not just polite conversation.
Accountability is non-negotiable when it comes to family and business integrity.
Integrity can only be restored when the truth is fully revealed and acknowledged.
Fine, let's reveal the truth. Let's open every safe, examine every document, and prove you wrong.
Yes, complete transparency. We have nothing to hide. Complete transparency is exactly what truth requires.
Transparency in all business and family matters is long overdue.
When transparency reveals what I've seen, justice will finally be possible.
And when transparency reveals nothing, will you finally admit your supernatural powers are fake?
Will you finally leave us alone to build our life together? Life built on solid foundations doesn't crumble under examination.
Examination is exactly what this situation requires, thorough and complete.
Thorough examination will reveal more than anyone expects. I'm certain of that.
Certainty based on mystical visions isn't really certainty at all.
It's delusion disguised as supernatural insight. Insight often appears as delusion to those who prefer comfortable lies.
Comfort is less important than truth when it comes to family honor.
Honor is exactly what's at stake here, and why this matters so much.
Honor? You want to talk about honor after disrupting our wedding with these accusations?
Where's the honor in attacking us on what should be the happiest day of our lives? True happiness cannot exist when built on dishonesty and betrayal.
The happiest days are those when truth and integrity are celebrated.
Today will be a day of truth, whether it brings happiness or consequences.
Consequences? You're threatening us now?
This is starting to sound like extortion. Truth isn't extortion. It's simply truth revealing itself.
Let's stop arguing and start examining the facts. The safe awaits.
The safe holds the answers to questions that have been asked for too long.
The safe holds private business documents that are none of your concern.
Private documents that you have no legal right to examine. Legal rights often depend on whether crimes have been committed.
As the owner of the company, I have every legal right to examine those documents.
And as someone who is harmed by potential crimes, I have the right to see justice.
Potential crimes. You're still talking about unproven allegations.
Allegations that wouldn't exist if we just accepted that you're making everything up. Making up detailed information about secret safes would be quite remarkable.
Remarkable enough that it deserves serious investigation rather than dismissal.
Investigation will prove everything I've said and probably reveal even more.
More? What else are you planning to accuse us of?
How much more damage do you want to cause to our relationship? Relationships built on deception cause their own damage eventually.
The damage was done when crimes were committed, not when they were discovered.
Discovery is just the beginning. Accountability comes next.
Accountability for what? We still haven't proven that anything wrong happened.
Exactly. Everyone is acting like we've already been convicted of something. Conviction often follows naturally when evidence is properly examined.
Evidence examination is the next logical step in this process.
Logic and truth will finally align when that safe is opened.
Fine. Let's align logic and truth. Let's open a safe right now.
Right now. No more delays or discussions. Patience with truth is a virtue, but eagerness for it is understandable.
Eagerness for truth is exactly what this situation requires from everyone involved.
Everyone will get the truth they're asking for, whether they're prepared for it or not.
I'm prepared for anything because I know you're wrong about everything.
We're both prepared to prove our innocence once and for all. Innocence and guilt reveal themselves when evidence is properly examined.
Proper examination requires careful documentation and legal witnesses.
Documentation will ensure that justice is served properly and completely.
Justice? You keep talking about justice like you're some kind of moral authority.
What makes you think you have the right to judge us? Judgment comes from truth, not from personal authority or opinion.
Truth is the only authority that matters in questions of integrity.
Integrity is exactly what's been missing from this entire situation.
Missing? Our integrity is intact. We've done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong except fall in love with each other. Love that requires betrayal of others is not pure love.
Pure love doesn't involve criminal activity or corporate espionage.
A criminal activity that will soon be documented and prosecuted.
Prosecuted? You're really going to try to have us arrested?
This is insane. We're getting married, not committing crimes. Marriage and crime are unfortunately not mutually exclusive activities.
Crime is crime, regardless of romantic circumstances.
Romance doesn't excuse theft, fraud, or betrayal.
Alleged theft and fraud. Nothing has been proven yet.
And betrayal is a strong word for falling in love with someone new. Betrayal involves breaking promises and violating trust, which seems applicable here.
Trust is the foundation of both marriage and business relationships.
Trust that was violated repeatedly and deliberately over time.
Over time, you're making it sound like a long-term conspiracy.
A conspiracy that exists only in your imagination and supernatural visions. Imagination and supernatural visions sometimes reveal uncomfortable realities.
Reality is what we'll focus on once we examine the actual evidence.
The actual evidence will surpass even my visions in terms of shocking revelations.
Shocking revelations? Now you're promising even more dramatic discoveries?
How convenient that your visions keep expanding to include more accusations. Truth often expands when given the opportunity to reveal itself fully.
Full revelation is exactly what this situation requires, regardless of consequences.
Consequences that were inevitable once crimes were committed.
Crimes. You keep saying crimes like you've already proven something.
Like your judge and jury instead of just a bitter ex-wife. Bitterness and justice are different motivations entirely.
Justice doesn't depend on the emotional state of those seeking it.
Justice depends only on truth, evidence, and proper accountability.
Accountability that you're demanding based on supernatural claims.
Claims that no rational person should take seriously. Rationality often requires accepting uncomfortable truths about people we thought we knew.
I'm beginning to think I didn't know my own son as well as I believed.
Knowledge and truth have a way of revealing themselves when the time is right.
The time is never right for false accusations and character assassination.
This whole thing is character assassination disguised as a search for truth. Character reveals itself through actions, not through accusations.
Actions speak louder than words, and we'll soon see what actions were taken.
Actions that will speak very loudly once they're properly documented.
Documented? You sound like you're already planning a legal case against us.
A legal case based on supernatural visions and personal vendettas. Legal cases are based on evidence, not on the source of initial information.
Evidence is what will determine the outcome of any legal proceedings.
Evidence that will ensure justice is served regardless of supernatural origins.
Supernatural origins. Do you hear how crazy this all sounds?
Completely crazy. No court would take this seriously. Courts take evidence seriously, regardless of how it was discovered.
Discovery is less important than accuracy when it comes to evidence.
Accuracy is exactly what we'll have once the truth is fully revealed.
The truth is that you're a vindictive ex-wife trying to destroy our happiness.
Using mystical nonsense to justify your revenge fantasy. Fantasy and reality will become clearly distinguishable very soon.
Reality is what I'm most interested in, regardless of mystical elements.
Reality will prove more shocking than any fantasy could ever be.
Shocking? More shocking than your supernatural claims?
How much more dramatic can this possibly get? Truth often exceeds expectations in terms of dramatic revelation.
Dramatic or not, truth is what this family needs right now.
Truth is what this family has needed for a very long time.
What this family needs is for you to stop interfering in our lives.
We need to be left alone to build our future together. Futures built on lies rarely last very long.
Long-lasting futures require solid foundations of honesty and integrity.
Integrity that will be restored once justice is properly served.
Served by whom? You're not a judge or a prosecutor.
You're just someone with delusions of supernatural power. Power comes from truth, not from supernatural abilities.
Truth has the power to transform entire families and businesses.
Transformation is exactly what this situation requires.
Transformation? You want to transform our lives into a nightmare.
A nightmare based on false accusations and mystical nonsense. Nightmares often result from refusing to face uncomfortable truths.
Facing truth is the only way to move forward constructively.
Moving forward requires first acknowledging what happened in the past.
The past is over. We need to focus on our future together.
Our future as a married couple building a life based on love. Love requires honesty, and honesty requires acknowledging past mistakes.
Past mistakes with criminal implications can't simply be ignored.
Ignored mistakes become bigger problems that cause more damage over time.
Damage? The only damage here is what you're causing with these accusations.
Accusations that have no basis in reality. Reality will become undeniably clear very soon.
Clear reality is exactly what everyone needs right now.
Everyone will get the clear reality they're asking for.
Including you? Will you accept reality when it proves you wrong?
Will you finally admit your supernatural powers were just imagination? Imagination and supernatural abilities will soon be distinguished by concrete evidence.
Concrete evidence is the only thing that will resolve this situation.
Resolution through evidence is exactly what justice requires.
Justice based on evidence, not on mystical visions.
Real evidence, not supernatural speculation. Real evidence often confirms what supernatural insight revealed first.
First or last, evidence is what will determine the final outcome.
The final outcome will bring justice to everyone who deserves it.
Deserves it? What makes you think you deserve anything from us?
We don't owe you anything. The divorce settled all debts. Some debts transcend legal settlements and require moral accountability.
Moral accountability is essential for family honor and business integrity.
Honor and integrity that will be restored through proper justice.
Proper justice? You mean revenge disguised as righteousness?
Righteousness that's really just vindictive manipulation. Vindictiveness and justice are distinguished by their relationship to truth.
Truth distinguishes between legitimate claims and personal vendettas.
Truth will distinguish everything clearly once it's fully revealed.
Revealed by opening a private business safe based on supernatural claims.
Claims that no rational person should believe. Belief is less important than verification when it comes to truth.
Verification through evidence examination is our next step.
Evidence that will verify everything I've said and more.
More? How much more drama do you plan to create?
How many more lives do you want to destroy with false accusations? False accusations and true revelations will be clearly distinguished.
Distinguished by facts, evidence, and proper legal examination.
Legal examination that will ensure justice is served properly.
Legal examination of private documents based on supernatural visions.
Visions that could easily be complete fabrications. Fabrications don't usually contain accurate information about secret safes.
Accurate information that deserves serious investigation.
Investigation that will reveal the full scope of criminal activity.
Criminal activity. You're still making accusations without proof.
Without any proof except mystical claims. Mystical claims that will soon be supported by concrete evidence.
Concrete evidence is what we need to resolve this matter definitively.
Definitive resolution is exactly what everyone deserves.
Everyone? Or just you getting revenge for our divorce?
Revenge for losing the man you couldn't keep happy. Happiness based on lies is not sustainable happiness.
Sustainable happiness requires honesty and integrity from everyone involved.
Integrity that will be restored once the truth is fully acknowledged.
Acknowledged by whom? Us admitting to crimes we didn't commit?
Admitting to supernatural accusations that make no sense. Sense will be made when evidence speaks for itself.
Evidence that speaks clearly will resolve all questions.
All questions about guilt, innocence, and justice will be answered.
Answered according to your version of supernatural justice.
A version that has no place in the real world. The real world often contains more supernatural elements than people realize.
Supernatural or not, real-world consequences follow real-world actions.
Actions that will face appropriate consequences once they're proven.
Proven? You still haven't proven anything except your ability to make accusations.
Accusations based on mystical visions that could be pure fantasy. Fantasy and reality will be clearly distinguished by evidence.
Evidence that will either support or refute these serious allegations.
Evidence that will support everything and reveal even more serious crimes.
More serious crimes? Now you're escalating to even bigger accusations.
Bigger accusations based on the same supernatural nonsense. Supernatural insight often reveals layers of truth that weren't initially apparent.
Layers of truth that deserve full investigation and documentation.
Documentation that will ensure complete justice for all crimes committed.
Complete justice? You sound like you're planning a total life destruction.
Destruction based on mystical accusations that no one should believe. Belief is less important than truth when it comes to justice.
Justice based on truth is the only kind worth pursuing.
Truth that will finally bring the justice that's been delayed too long.
Delayed? Justice was served when we got divorced. That chapter is closed.
Closed. We've moved on, and you need to do the same. Moving on without accountability leaves justice incomplete.
Incomplete justice is not really justice at all.
Complete justice requires full acknowledgement of all crimes committed.
All crimes? How many crimes are you planning to accuse us of?
How far are you willing to take this supernatural revenge fantasy? Truth takes itself as far as necessary to achieve complete revelation.
Complete revelation is exactly what this family and company need.
Complete revelation will bring complete justice for everyone affected.
Everyone affected? Who else are you planning to drag into this mess?
How many people do you want to hurt with false accusations? Truth hurts only those who have something to hide.
Those with nothing to hide have nothing to fear from truth.
Truth will separate the innocent from the guilty clearly and definitively.
Guilty? We're not guilty of anything except falling in love.
Love that you can't accept or forgive. Forgiveness requires acknowledgement of wrongdoing first.
Wrongdoing that may extend far beyond matters of the heart.
Far beyond matters of the heart into matters of criminal law.
Criminal law? You're really going to try to have us prosecuted?
Prosecuted for falling in love and getting married? Prosecuted for any crimes that may have been committed along the way.
Crimes that will be determined by evidence, not by romantic circumstances.
Evidence that will show romance was just a cover for criminal activity.
Criminal activity. You keep escalating these accusations to ridiculous levels.
Ridiculous levels based on supernatural claims that make no sense. Sense will be made when all evidence is properly examined and documented.
Documented evidence will resolve all questions about criminal activity.
Criminal activity that goes deeper than anyone imagined possible.
Deeper? How much deeper can you possibly go with these false accusations?
How much more damage do you want to cause with mystical lies? Truth causes damage only to those who deserve consequences.
Consequences that follow naturally from criminal actions.
Criminal actions that will be fully prosecuted once they're proven.
Prosecuted? You're really serious about trying to destroy our entire future?
Our entire lives based on supernatural visions and personal revenge? Personal revenge and public justice are often confused by those who fear accountability.
Accountability is not negotiable when criminal activity is involved.
A criminal activity that affects family, business, and personal relationships.
Personal relationships that you're destroying with false accusations.
Destroying because you can't accept that he chose me over you. Choice and criminal activity are separate issues entirely.
Criminal activity cannot be justified by romantic choices.
Romantic choices that involved fraud, theft, and betrayal.
Alleged fraud and theft. Nothing has been proven yet.
Nothing will be proven because there's nothing to prove. Proof will emerge when evidence is properly examined.
Proper examination is exactly what we'll conduct right now.
Right now, truth will finally have its moment.
Its moment? You sound like truth is some kind of mystical force.
Mystical force that only you can channel with supernatural powers. Truth needs no channeling. It reveals itself when the time is right.
The time is right for complete honesty about all business activities.
Business activities that cross the line into criminal behavior.
Criminal behavior? You're obsessed with making us into criminals.
Obsessed with revenge disguised as supernatural justice. Justice needs no disguise when truth supports it completely.
Complete truth is what we'll have once that safe is opened.
Once that safe is opened, everything changes forever.
Forever? You think opening a safe will change everything forever?
Change everything based on whatever you think you'll find inside? What's inside will speak louder than any supernatural vision could.
Louder and clearer, leaving no room for doubt or denial.
No room for denial about the scope of criminal activity that occurred.
Criminal activity that exists only in your imagination and supernatural claims.
Claims that no reasonable person would take seriously. Reasonable people often change their minds when evidence is presented.
Evidence will be presented clearly and thoroughly.
Thoroughly enough to ensure complete justice for all crimes.
All crimes. You keep talking about multiple crimes like we're career criminals.
Career criminals instead of people who fell in love. Love and criminality are not mutually exclusive, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, this family may have been damaged by both.
Damaged by criminal activity, disguised as romantic relationships.
Disguised? Our love is real, not some criminal conspiracy.
Real love that you're trying to destroy with false accusations. Real love doesn't require criminal support to survive.
Criminal support that may have funded romantic activities.
Romantic activities funded by stolen money and corporate espionage.
Stolen money? Corporate espionage? These accusations are getting insane.
Completely insane, like something out of a crime novel. Truth often resembles fiction until it's properly documented.
Proper documentation will distinguish truth from fiction definitively.
Definitively and completely, leaving no doubt about criminal activity.
Criminal activity that you're inventing based on supernatural visions.
Inventing because you can't accept that we're happy together. Happiness based on crimes against others is not true happiness.
True happiness requires clean consciences and honest relationships.
Honest relationships that acknowledge past crimes and seek justice.
Past crimes? We have no past crimes. We have a past relationship.
A relationship that ended so we could build something better. Better relationships don't require destroying others through criminal activity.
Criminal activity that apparently occurred during the marriage.
During the marriage and continuing through the affair and beyond.
Beyond? You're saying criminal activity is still continuing?
Still continuing even now while we're planning our wedding? Criminal activity rarely stops voluntarily without consequences.
Consequences that may be necessary to stop ongoing criminal behavior.
Ongoing criminal behavior that threatens the entire company.
Threatens the company? Now you're claiming we're threatening the family business?
A business that has nothing to do with our personal relationship. Personal relationships and business relationships often overlap in families.
Overlap in ways that can be beneficial or destructive.
Destructive when criminal activity undermines business integrity.
Business integrity? Our personal relationship has nothing to do with business.
Nothing. We keep our professional and personal lives completely separate. Separation becomes impossible when both involve criminal activity.
Criminal activity that affects both personal and professional relationships.
Professional relationships that were exploited for criminal gain.
Criminal gain? What criminal gain are you talking about?
What gain could possibly come from a personal relationship? Gain that comes from combining romance with corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage? Are you saying someone is stealing company secrets?
Someone is selling company secrets to competitors for substantial money.
Selling secrets? That's a serious criminal accusation.
A serious accusation with no evidence to support it. Evidence that will be found in the safe along with financial records.
Financial records that will show any unusual money transfers.
Unusual money transfers to accounts controlled by corporate competitors.
Corporate competitors? You're claiming we're working with business rivals?
Working with rivals to destroy the family company. Destroy or simply profit from its confidential information.
Confidential information that could damage our competitive position.
Competitive position that's already been compromised by corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage? You're making us sound like international criminals.
International criminals instead of people planning a wedding. Wedding plans and criminal activities can unfortunately coincide.
Coincide in ways that threaten everything this family has built.
Everything this family has built over generations of honest business.
Honest business that we respect and would never do anything to harm.
Never. We love this family and this company. Love and betrayal can unfortunately exist in the same heart.
Betrayal that may have caused irreparable damage to company security.
Company security that was systematically compromised for financial gain.
Systematically compromised? You're talking about organized criminal activity.
Organized activity that supposedly involves both of us. Both of you and possibly others within the company.
Others? Who else might be involved in this alleged conspiracy?
The conspiracy involves external competitors and internal company employees.
Internal employees? Now you're dragging other people into this mess.
Other innocent people who will be hurt by false accusations. Innocent people have nothing to fear from truth.
Truth will distinguish between innocent employees and guilty conspirators.
Guilty conspirators who will all face justice once the evidence is examined.
Evidence that supposedly exists in a safe that no one else knows about.
A safe that you claim to know about through supernatural powers. Supernatural powers that revealed information that can be verified.
Verified through direct examination of physical evidence.
Physical evidence that will exceed everyone's expectations.
Exceed expectations? How much evidence do you think is in there?
Evidence of what? International criminal conspiracies? Evidence of whatever criminal activities actually occurred.
Criminal activities that may be more extensive than anyone realized.
More extensive and involving more people than anyone suspected.
More people? How many people are you planning to accuse?
How far does this conspiracy theory extend? Truth extends as far as criminal activity reached.
Criminal activity that may have affected multiple company operations.
Multiple operations and multiple business relationships.
Multiple relationships? You're claiming massive corporate corruption.
Massive corruption based on supernatural visions. Massive corruption that will be documented through concrete evidence.
Concrete evidence that will require thorough investigation.
Thorough investigation that will reveal the full scope of criminal activity.
Full scope? You think there's a full criminal enterprise here?
A criminal enterprise that somehow involves our wedding plans? Criminal enterprises often use legitimate events as cover for illegal activities.
Illegal activities that may have been hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight while appearing to be normal business operations.
Normal business operations? Our relationship is not a business operation.
It's a personal relationship based on love and commitment. Personal relationships can be exploited for business purposes.
Business purposes that cross the line into criminal activity.
Criminal activity that will be fully prosecuted once it's documented.
Prosecuted? You're really going to try to send us to prison?
Prison for falling in love and planning a wedding? Prison for any crimes that evidence proves were committed.
Crimes that will be handled through proper legal channels.
Legal channels that will ensure justice is served completely.
Completely? You want complete destruction of our lives.
Complete destruction based on mystical accusations. Complete justice based on complete evidence.
Complete evidence that will either vindicate or convict.
Evidence that will convict and ensure appropriate punishment.
Appropriate punishment for crimes you haven't proven we committed.
Haven't proven and never will prove because they don't exist. Existence will be documented when the safe is opened.
When the safe is opened, all questions will be answered.
All questions about guilt, evidence, and justice will be resolved.
Resolved? You mean our lives will be resolved into nothing?
Nothing except criminal convictions and destroyed reputations. Destroyed reputations are the natural consequence of criminal activity.
Criminal activity that destroys more than just reputations.
Criminal activity that destroys trust, family, and business integrity.
Business integrity that we've never done anything to compromise.
Never. We respect this family and this company completely. Respect and criminal activity are mutually exclusive.
Exclusive in ways that make criminal activity impossible to ignore.
Impossible to ignore once evidence makes everything clear.
Evidence that you claim exists but haven't shown anyone.
Evidence based on supernatural claims that make no sense. Sense will be made when evidence speaks for itself.
Evidence that speaks clearly will end all arguments.
End all arguments and begin appropriate legal consequences.
Legal consequences for alleged crimes that haven't been proven.
haven't been proven and never will be because they're not real. Reality will be established through evidence examination.
Evidence examination that begins right now.
Right now, truth finally gets its day in court.
Day in court? You're already planning legal proceedings?
Legal proceedings based on supernatural accusations? Based on evidence that supernatural abilities helped locate.
Located evidence that will be examined through normal legal processes.
Normal legal processes that will ensure justice is served.
Justice? This isn't justice. It's persecution.
Persecution of innocent people who just want to be happy. Innocent people have nothing to fear from truth and justice.
Truth and justice that this family has been lacking.
Lacking for too long, but finally being restored.
Restored? You're destroying everything, not restoring anything.
Destroying our happiness, our future, our entire lives. Lives built on criminal activity eventually destroy themselves.
Self-destruction that can be prevented through confession and accountability.
Accountability that leads to justice and eventual redemption.
Redemption? You think we need redemption for falling in love?
For building a relationship based on genuine feelings? Genuine feelings don't require criminal support to flourish.
Criminal support that undermines any genuine feelings that might exist.
Criminal support that reveals the true nature of the relationship.
True nature? Our true nature is love, not criminal conspiracy.
Love that you're trying to criminalize with false accusations. Love and criminal activity can unfortunately coexist.
Coexist in ways that destroy families and businesses.
Destroy everything that honest people have worked to build.
Honest people? We're honest people. We've done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong except choose each other over your bitter objections. Bitter objections and legitimate concerns are different things.
Legitimate concerns about criminal activity affecting the family business.
Family business that deserves protection from criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation? We're not exploiting anyone or anything.
We're just trying to build a life together. Building requires solid foundations, not criminal support structures.
Solid foundations that this family company has maintained for generations.
Generations of honest business that deserve continued protection.
Protection from what? From people who love each other?
From happiness and commitment and building a future together? Protection from criminal activity that threatens legitimate business.
Legitimate business that may have been compromised by criminal conspiracies.
Criminal conspiracies that will be exposed and prosecuted fully.
Fully prosecuted based on evidence from a supernatural vision.
Evidence that supposedly exists in a secret safe. Secret safes sometimes contain evidence of secret crimes.
Secret crimes that require exposure for justice to be served.
Justice that will finally be served once evidence is examined.
Evidence that will prove we're innocent of all these ridiculous accusations.
All these accusations based on mystical nonsense and personal revenge. Personal revenge and public justice will be clearly distinguished by evidence.
Evidence that will show the truth about all criminal allegations.
Truth that will bring justice to everyone who deserves it.
Deserves it? We don't deserve to be persecuted like this.
Persecuted for the crime of falling in love. Persecution and prosecution are different when criminal activity is involved.
Criminal activity that requires proper legal response.
Legal response that ensures complete justice for all crimes.
Complete justice? You want our complete destruction.
Destruction of everything we've worked to build together. What's built on criminal foundations eventually collapses anyway.
Collapse can be controlled through confession and cooperation.
Cooperation that leads to appropriate accountability for criminal actions.
Criminal actions that exist only in your supernatural imagination.
Imagination that's trying to destroy real people's real lives. Real people's real crimes require real consequences.
Real consequences that serve justice and protect innocent people.
Innocent people who deserve protection from criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation? We're not exploiting anyone.
We're just two people in love planning our future. Futures planned through criminal activity rarely materialize successfully.
Successfully planned futures require honest foundations.
Honest foundations that will be restored through justice.
Justice? This isn't justice. This is vengeance.
Vengeance disguised as supernatural righteousness. Righteousness comes from truth, not from supernatural abilities.
Truth that will be revealed through evidence examination.
Evidence examination that begins with opening that safe.
Opening a safe based on supernatural claims about its contents.
Contents that could be completely innocent business documents. Innocent documents don't require supernatural abilities to locate.
Supernatural abilities that somehow knew about a secret safe.
Secret safe that contains evidence of secret crimes.
Secret crimes that exist only in your mystical visions.
Visions that are trying to destroy our happiness. Happiness and criminal activity cannot coexist permanently.
Permanently honest relationships require abandoning criminal activity.
Criminal activity that will end when justice is served.
Justice based on supernatural evidence that no court would accept.
Evidence from mystical visions instead of real investigation. Real investigation will confirm what mystical visions revealed.
Mystical or not, accurate information deserves serious consideration.
Serious consideration that leads to serious consequences.
Serious consequences for people who've done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong except fall in love with each other. Love that apparently required criminal support to flourish.
Criminal support that threatens everything this family represents.
Everything this family represents will be protected through justice.
Protected? You're destroying the family by making these accusations.
Destroying relationships and trust with supernatural nonsense. Trust is destroyed by criminal activity, not by its revelation.
Revelation of criminal activity protects innocent family members.
Innocent family members who deserve better than criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation? We're not exploiting anyone in this family.
We love this family and would never do anything to hurt them. Love and betrayal can unfortunately exist in the same relationship.
Betrayal that hurts families more than honest confrontation ever could.
Honest confrontation that leads to justice and healing.
Healing? This is causing wounds, not healing them.
Wounds that will destroy family relationships forever. Relationships destroyed by truth are relationships that weren't worth preserving.
Worth preserving only when built on honesty and integrity.
Honesty and integrity that will be restored through justice.
Justice that destroys innocent people's lives.
Innocent people who just want to love each other. Love that requires criminal activity isn't innocent love.
Innocent love doesn't need criminal support to survive.
Criminal support that will be eliminated through proper prosecution.
Proper prosecution of people who haven't committed any crimes.
Haven't committed any crimes except loving each other. Love and crime are separate issues that require separate consideration.
Separate consideration that begins with examining evidence.
Evidence that will prove criminal activity beyond any doubt.
Beyond doubt, you're absolutely certain about mystical evidence?
Certain about evidence from supernatural visions? Certain about evidence that can be physically verified.
Physical verification through direct examination of safe contents.
Safe contents that will exceed everyone's worst fears.
Worst fears? You think we're afraid of what's in there?
We're not afraid because we know there's nothing criminal inside. Nothing criminal would be a surprising discovery given the circumstances.
Surprising or not, we'll know the truth very soon.
Very soon, truth will finally have its victory.
Victory? You think truth winning means our lives losing?
Our lives being destroyed by mystical accusations? Truth's victory is everyone's victory in the long run.
Long-run benefits come from short-term honesty about difficult topics.
Difficult topics that require courage to address properly.
Courage? It doesn't take courage to make false accusations.
False accusations based on supernatural claims. True accusations require more courage than false ones.
True accusations about family members require tremendous courage.
Courage that leads to justice for everyone affected by criminal activity.
Criminal activity that doesn't exist except in your imagination.
Your mystical, supernatural imagination. Imagination and reality will be clearly distinguished by evidence.
Evidence that we're about to examine thoroughly.
Thoroughly and completely, leaving no doubt about criminal guilt.
Criminal guilt? You've already decided we're guilty.
Decided based on supernatural visions instead of real evidence. Real evidence will confirm what supernatural visions revealed.
Supernatural or natural, accurate information guides good decisions.
Good decisions that lead to justice and accountability.
Accountability for crimes we didn't commit.
Didn't commit and couldn't commit because we're not criminals. Criminal activity often surprises those who thought they knew people well.
People I thought I knew well, including my own son.
Your son who chose criminal activity over family honor.
Family honor? I've always honored this family.
Always. We both respect and honor this family completely. Respect and criminal activity are mutually exclusive behaviors.
Exclusive in ways that make criminal activity a betrayal of respect.
Betrayal that requires justice to restore family honor.
Family honor that you're destroying with these accusations.
Destroying with supernatural claims that make no sense. Sense will be made when evidence explains everything clearly.
Clearly and definitively, ending all speculation about guilt.
Guilt that will be proven beyond any possible doubt.
Proven? You haven't proven anything except your ability to make accusations.
Accusations based on mystical visions that could be completely wrong. Completely wrong seems unlikely given the specific accuracy of information provided.
Specific accuracy about secret information that shouldn't be known.
Information that reveals the depth of criminal conspiracy.
Criminal conspiracy? You're making us sound like organized crime figures.
Organized crime instead of people planning a wedding. Wedding plans and criminal plans can unfortunately coincide.
Coincide in ways that threaten legitimate business operations.
Legitimate business operations that deserve protection from criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist except in supernatural fantasies. Fantasies and realities will be distinguished when evidence is examined.
Evidence examination that we're conducting right now.
Right now, the moment of truth has finally arrived.
Moment of truth? You mean the moment your lies are exposed?
Your supernatural lies and false accusations. Lies and truth will be clearly distinguished by physical evidence.
Physical evidence that either supports or refutes all allegations.
Evidence that supports everything I've said and reveals even more.
Even more? How many more accusations are you planning to make?
How much more damage do you want to cause to innocent people? Innocent people suffer no damage from truth.
Truth protects innocent people and exposes guilty ones.
Guilty ones who will finally face appropriate consequences.
Appropriate consequences for alleged crimes that haven't been proven.
Haven't been proven because they don't exist. Existence will be documented when evidence is properly examined.
Properly examined with legal witnesses and documentation.
Documentation that ensures justice is served completely and permanently.
Permanently? You want to permanently destroy our lives.
Destroy our future together based on mystical accusations. Futures based on criminal activity destroy themselves eventually.
Self-destruction that can be prevented through honest acknowledgement of wrongdoing.
Wrongdoing that will be acknowledged when evidence is undeniable.
Undeniable? You think evidence from a supernatural vision is undeniable?
Evidence that supposedly proves we're international criminals? International or domestic criminal activity has serious consequences.
Serious consequences that must be faced honestly.
Honestly and completely, with full accountability for all crimes committed.
All crimes? You keep escalating these accusations to ridiculous levels.
Ridiculous levels that no rational person would believe. Rational people change their minds when evidence proves them wrong.
Evidence that we're about to examine together.
Together, we'll discover the full truth about criminal activity.
Criminal activity that exists only in your supernatural imagination.
Imagination that's trying to destroy real people's lives. Real people who committed real crimes face real consequences.
Real consequences that serve justice and protect society.
Society that deserves protection from corporate criminals.
Corporate criminals? We're not corporate criminals.
We're people in love who want to get married. Marriage and criminal activity are unfortunately not mutually exclusive.
Criminal activity that threatens everything legitimate about marriage and business.
Legitimate business that will be protected once criminals are prosecuted.
Prosecuted for crimes that haven't been proven.
Haven't been proven and never will be. Proof emerges when evidence is properly examined by qualified authorities.
Qualified authorities who will determine guilt or innocence based on facts.
Facts that will prove guilt beyond any reasonable doubt.
Reasonable doubt? There's nothing but doubt about your supernatural claims.
Nothing but doubt about mystical evidence from secret visions. Secret visions that revealed secret crimes hidden in secret safes.
Secret safes that we're about to open and examine.
Examine and discover evidence that exceeds even my supernatural visions.
Let's proceed to my office immediately. This matter requires immediate resolution. Fine. Let's get this over with so everyone can see how wrong these accusations are.
Wrong and completely fabricated based on supernatural nonsense. Fabrication requires more creativity than accurately describing hidden safe locations. Hidden safe locations that contain evidence of systematic criminal enterprise.
Systematic criminal enterprise? You're describing us like we're professional criminals.
Professional criminals instead of people who just want to be happy together. Professional or amateur, criminal activity requires professional consequences.
Professional consequences that protect legitimate business interests.
Legitimate business interests that have been systematically betrayed.
Systematically betrayed? You're claiming long-term criminal conspiracy.
Long-term conspiracy that supposedly involves our entire relationship. Long-term conspiracies often use romantic relationships as operational cover.
Operational cover that hides criminal activity from family oversight.
Family oversight that would have prevented years of criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation? Our relationship isn't criminal exploitation.
It's love. Pure and simple love between consenting adults. Pure love doesn't require financial support from criminal activities.
Criminal activities that may have funded romantic gestures and lifestyle choices.
Lifestyle choices that exceeded legitimate income capabilities.
Legitimate income? I earn a good salary from the family company.
Good salary that supports our relationship completely. Complete support sometimes requires supplementation from illegitimate sources.
Illegitimate sources that compromise business integrity and family trust.
Family trust that was systematically violated for personal financial gain.
Personal financial gain? What gain are you talking about?
What financial gain could come from a personal relationship? Financial gain from selling corporate secrets to business competitors.
Business competitors who would pay substantial amounts for confidential information.
Confidential information that was systematically stolen and sold.
Stolen? We've never stolen anything from this company.
Never. We respect this company and this family. Respect and theft are mutually exclusive behaviors.
Theft that may have occurred over extended periods of time.
Extended periods during which corporate secrets were systematically compromised.
Corporate secrets? What corporate secrets would we have access to?
We don't have access to anything confidential or valuable. Access often comes through positions of trust within family companies.
Positions of trust that may have been systematically abused.
Systematically abused for financial gain through corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage? You're claiming we're spies now?
Spies working for competing companies? Spying often involves selling information rather than formal employment.
Formal employment with competitors while secretly working for our company.
Secret work that involves stealing confidential business information.
Stealing? We've never stolen any business information.
Never. We don't even understand most of the business operations. Understanding isn't required for theft, only access and opportunity.
Access and opportunity that positions of trust provide.
Positions of trust that were systematically violated over time.
Over time, you're claiming years of criminal activity?
Years of activity that supposedly nobody else noticed? Criminal activity often goes unnoticed when conducted by trusted family members.
Trusted family members who abuse their positions for personal gain.
Personal gain that came at the expense of family business security.
Business security? What business security have we compromised?
We've never compromised anything. We don't even have security clearances. Security clearances aren't required when trust provides access to confidential information.
Confidential information that may have been systematically exploited.
Exploited through direct sales to competing business organizations.
Direct sales? You're claiming we directly sold company secrets?
Sold secrets to competitors who are trying to destroy the family business? Destruction isn't the goal. Profit from competitive advantage is the goal.
Competitive advantage that damages our business position in the marketplace.
Marketplace position that has been systematically undermined.
Undermined? Our company is doing well. There's no evidence of damage.
No evidence because there's no criminal activity to cause damage. Evidence of damage often emerges when criminal activity is properly investigated.
Proper investigation beginning with examination of potentially incriminating evidence.
Incriminating evidence that will prove systematic corporate betrayal.
Corporate betrayal? You're claiming we betrayed the entire company?
Betrayed the family that welcomed us and trusted us? Trust and betrayal are opposite sides of the same relationship dynamic.
Relationship dynamics that may have been systematically abused.
Systematically abused for years through calculated criminal enterprise.
Calculated criminal enterprise? You're describing organized crime.
Organized crime involving family members and wedding plans. Family connections often provide excellent cover for organized criminal activity.
Criminal activity that may have been planned and executed systematically.
Systematically executed through abuse of family trust and business access.
Family trust that we've never abused in any way.
Never abused because we love and respect this family. Love and respect don't require criminal support to demonstrate themselves.
Criminal support that undermines any genuine love or respect that might exist.
Genuine love or respect that cannot coexist with systematic betrayal.
Systematic betrayal? Our only betrayal was falling in love.
Falling in love with each other instead of living separate, lonely lives. Lonely lives often result from the consequences of criminal activity.
Criminal activity that isolates people from family and legitimate relationships.
Legitimate relationships that require honesty and legal behavior.
Legal behavior? Everything we've done has been completely legal.
Completely legal and completely loving. Complete legality and complete criminality are mutually exclusive.
exclusive in ways that make criminal activity impossible to justify or ignore.
Impossible to ignore when evidence proves systematic criminal conspiracy.
Criminal conspiracy? You're claiming both of us conspired together?
Conspired to commit crimes instead of planning a wedding? Wedding planning and criminal conspiracy can unfortunately overlap.
Overlap in ways that use legitimate events to cover illegal activities.
Illegal activities that will be fully exposed and prosecuted.
Prosecuted for crimes that don't exist.
Don't exist except in supernatural visions and revenge fantasies. Revenge fantasies and justice pursuit are distinguished by evidence.
Evidence that will either support or refute all criminal allegations.
Evidence that will support everything and reveal additional criminal activities.
Additional activities? How much criminal activity are you claiming?
How extensive is this supposed criminal enterprise? Criminal enterprises often extend beyond initial discoveries.
Beyond initial discoveries into areas that surprise everyone involved.
Surprise everyone with the systematic nature of criminal betrayal.
Criminal betrayal? We haven't betrayed anyone.
Anyone. We're loyal to this family and this company. Loyalty and betrayal are distinguished by actions, not by claims.
Actions that will be documented and evaluated through evidence examination.
Evidence examination that begins with opening the safe.
Opening the safe that supposedly contains evidence of massive criminal conspiracy.
Massive conspiracy based on supernatural visions. Massive or modest criminal activity requires appropriate legal response.
Legal response that protects innocent people and punishes guilty ones.
Guilty ones who will face full legal consequences for their crimes.
Legal consequences for crimes we haven't committed.
Haven't committed and couldn't commit because we're not criminals. Criminal behavior often surprises those who thought they knew people well.
People I trusted completely, including my own son.
Your son, who chose crime over family honor and business integrity.
Family honor? I've always tried to honor this family.
Always. Both of us respect and honor everything this family represents. Honor and criminal activity cannot coexist in the same person.
Criminal activity that destroys honor and family trust.
Family trust that will be rebuilt once justice is served.
Justice? This isn't justice. This is persecution.
Persecution based on mystical accusations. Mystical accusations that will be proven through physical evidence.
Physical evidence that we're examining right now.
Right now, truth finally emerges from hiding.
Truth? Your version of truth is based on supernatural claims.
Claims that no reasonable person would believe. Reasonable people adjust their beliefs when evidence proves them wrong.
Evidence that will prove who is right and who is wrong.
Evidence that proves criminal activity beyond any doubt.
Beyond doubt, everything about this is doubtful.
Doubtful and mystical and completely unreasonable. Unreasonable people often find truth difficult to accept.
Acceptance of truth is required for justice to be served.
Justice that will be served regardless of anyone's acceptance.
Regardless, you're going to pursue this even if we're proven innocent?
Pursue persecution even when evidence proves we're innocent? Innocence and guilt are determined by evidence, not by personal wishes.
Evidence that speaks for itself without interpretation or bias.
Evidence that speaks loudly about systematic criminal conspiracy.
Systematic conspiracy that supposedly involves our entire relationship.
Our entire relationship criminalized by supernatural accusations. Criminalization comes from criminal activity, not from supernatural accusations.
Criminal activity that apparently spans years of systematic betrayal.
Systematic betrayal that will be fully documented and prosecuted.
Prosecuted based on evidence from a mystical vision.
Evidence that supposedly exists in a secret safe. Secret safes often contain evidence of secret criminal activities.
Secret activities that require exposure for justice to be served.
Justice that will finally be served once evidence is examined.
Evidence that will prove our innocence.
Innocence that should have been assumed from the beginning. Assumptions change when evidence contradicts them.
Evidence that will determine guilt or innocence definitively.
Definitively prove guilt and enable appropriate legal consequences.
Legal consequences? You're really planning to have us arrested?
Arrested on our wedding day based on supernatural visions? Arrested based on evidence that supernatural visions helped locate.
Evidence that will be evaluated through proper legal channels.
Proper legal channels that ensure complete justice.
Complete justice? You mean complete destruction of our lives.
Destruction of everything we've worked to build together. Building on criminal foundations leads to inevitable collapse.
Collapse that can be controlled through cooperation with legal authorities.
Legal authorities who will ensure justice is served properly.
Served properly? Nothing about this is proper.
Nothing. This whole situation is improper and unfair. Fairness comes from truth, not from avoiding uncomfortable consequences.
Uncomfortable consequences that follow naturally from criminal choices.
Criminal choices that will be fully accounted for through justice.
Justice based on supernatural evidence.
Evidence that exists only in mystical visions. Evidence that will be physically verified regardless of its mystical origins.
Physical verification through direct examination of safe contents.
Safe contents that will prove everything I've claimed.
Everything? You think one safe contains evidence of massive criminal conspiracy?
Massive conspiracy involving international corporate espionage? International or domestic criminal activity leaves evidence trails.
Evidence trails that can be followed to their logical conclusions.
Logical conclusions that result in appropriate legal consequences.
Appropriate consequences for people who haven't done anything wrong.
Haven't done anything except love each other. Love doesn't require criminal support to survive and flourish.
Criminal support that undermines any genuine love that might exist.
Genuine love that cannot coexist with systematic criminal betrayal.
Systematic betrayal? Our love is not systematic betrayal.
Our love is honest and pure and completely legitimate. Legitimate love doesn't require illegitimate financial support.
Illegitimate support that comes from criminal business activities.
Criminal business activities that will be fully exposed.
Exposed? You're planning public humiliation now?
Public humiliation based on false supernatural accusations. Public truth often feels like humiliation to those who prefer private lies.
Private lies that damage entire families and legitimate businesses.
Legitimate businesses that deserve protection from criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist anywhere except in mystical imagination. Mystical imagination that somehow accurately described secret safe locations.
Secret locations that shouldn't be known to anyone outside the family.
Family secrets that were apparently compromised through criminal activity.
Criminal activity? Knowing about a safe isn't criminal activity.
Knowing about it through supernatural powers isn't evidence of anything. Evidence comes from safe contents, not from knowledge of its existence.
Contents that we're about to examine thoroughly.
Thoroughly examine and find extensive evidence of criminal conspiracy.
Criminal conspiracy? You're obsessed with making us into criminals.
Obsessed with revenge disguised as supernatural justice. Supernatural justice and earthly justice often align when truth is involved.
Truth that will guide all decisions about legal consequences.
Legal consequences that will restore family honor and business integrity.
Family honor that you're destroying with these accusations.
Destroying along with our happiness and our future together. Happiness built on criminal activity rarely lasts long.
Long-lasting happiness requires honest foundations.
Honest foundations that will be rebuilt once criminals are prosecuted.
Prosecuted for crimes that exist only in supernatural visions.
Visions that are trying to destroy innocent people's lives. Innocent people have nothing to fear from truth and justice.
Truth and justice that this family desperately needs.
Desperately needs and will finally receive through proper legal action.
Legal action based on mystical evidence.
Evidence from supernatural sources that no court would accept. Courts accept evidence based on accuracy, not on discovery methods.
Accuracy will be determined through physical examination of evidence.
Physical evidence that will exceed everyone's expectations.
Exceed expectations? You think there's more evidence than you've claimed?
More accusations based on more supernatural visions? More evidence often emerges when initial investigations begin.
Initial investigations that may reveal extensive criminal networks.
Criminal networks that extend beyond individual relationships.
Beyond relationships? You're claiming organized crime networks now?
Organized crime involving family businesses and wedding ceremonies? Wedding ceremonies can provide excellent cover for criminal transactions.
Criminal transactions that may have occurred during family celebrations.
Family celebrations that were exploited for criminal purposes.
Criminal purposes? Our engagement was not for criminal purposes.
Our engagement was about love and commitment. Love and commitment don't require criminal financing to succeed.
Criminal financing that may have supported romantic activities.
Romantic activities funded by stolen money and corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage? You keep escalating these accusations.
Escalating to levels that make no sense. Sense will be made when evidence explains criminal motivations.
Criminal motivations that may have driven romantic choices.
Romantic choices that were secondary to criminal opportunities.
Criminal opportunities? Our romance created criminal opportunities.
Romance that was somehow designed for criminal purposes? Criminal purposes often disguise themselves as legitimate romantic relationships.
Legitimate relationships that may have been criminal from the beginning.
Criminal from the beginning and systematically exploitative throughout.
Systematically exploitative? Our relationship isn't exploitative.
Isn't exploitative of anyone or anything. Exploitation of family trust and business access can be systematic.
Systematic exploitation that damages multiple relationships simultaneously.
Multiple relationships that were betrayed for criminal gain.
Criminal gain? What criminal gain are you talking about?
What gain could possibly justify these massive accusations? Massive financial gain from systematic corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage that may have generated substantial legal income.
Illegal income that funded lifestyle choices beyond legitimate means.
Beyond legitimate means? We live modestly within our earnings.
Modestly and honestly without any illegal income. Modest living sometimes masks substantial criminal profits.
Criminal profits that may have been carefully hidden.
Carefully hidden but documented in secret business records.
Secret business records? You're claiming we kept criminal records?
Records of crimes that we supposedly committed systematically? Systematic criminal activity often requires detailed record keeping.
Record keeping that provides evidence for legal prosecution.
Legal prosecution that will result in appropriate criminal penalties.
Criminal penalties for people who haven't committed crimes.
Haven't committed any crimes at all. Crime commission will be determined by evidence examination.
Evidence examination that begins immediately.
Immediately, justice finally begins to emerge.
Justice? This is persecution disguised as justice.
Persecution based on supernatural nonsense. Nonsense and truth will be clearly distinguished by evidence.
Evidence that either supports or refutes all criminal allegations.
Evidence that supports everything and reveals additional crimes.
Additional crimes? How many crimes are you planning to discover?
How extensive is this supposed criminal enterprise? Criminal enterprises often extend beyond initial expectations.
Beyond expectations into areas that shock everyone involved.
Shock everyone with the scope of systematic criminal betrayal.
Criminal betrayal? We're not criminals, and we haven't betrayed anyone.
Haven't betrayed this family or this company in any way. Betrayal will be documented through evidence examination.
Evidence that will show the true extent of criminal activity.
True extent that will justify complete legal prosecution.
Complete prosecution? You want us completely destroyed.
Destroyed based on mystical accusations that make no sense. Sense will be made when criminal evidence speaks for itself.
Criminal evidence that we're about to examine together.
Together, we'll discover the truth about systematic criminal conspiracy.
Criminal conspiracy that exists only in supernatural imagination.
Imagination that's trying to destroy real people's real lives. Real criminal activity destroys more lives than its discovery ever could.
Discovery that protects innocent people from further criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation that ends today with proper justice.
Proper justice? Nothing about this is proper.
Nothing. This whole situation is improper and mystical. Mystical discovery methods don't invalidate proper legal procedures.
Legal procedures that will ensure justice is served appropriately.
Appropriately and completely, with full accountability for all crimes.
All crimes? You're planning to prosecute us for multiple criminal counts?
Multiple counts based on evidence from supernatural visions? Multiple counts based on evidence that supernatural visions helped locate.
Evidence that will be examined through standard legal procedures.
Standard procedures that result in criminal conviction and punishment.
Conviction and punishment for innocent people.
Innocent people whose only crime was falling in love. Innocent people don't require criminal income to support their relationships.
Criminal income that apparently funded romantic activities.
Romantic activities that were secondary to criminal profit motives.
Criminal profit motives? Our romance isn't about profit.
It's about love and building a future together. Futures built on criminal foundations rarely materialize successfully.
Successful futures require honest financial foundations.
Honest foundations that will be restored through criminal prosecution.
Criminal prosecution of innocent people.
Innocent people who will fight these false accusations. Fighting truth is often more exhausting than accepting consequences.
Consequences that serve justice and protect innocent family members.
Innocent family members who deserve better than criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation? We haven't exploited anyone.
Haven't exploited this family or this company. Exploitation will be documented through evidence examination.
Evidence examination that reveals the truth about criminal activity.
A criminal activity that will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of law.
Fullest extent? You want maximum punishment for alleged crimes?
Maximum punishment based on supernatural evidence. Maximum justice based on maximum evidence of criminal activity.
Criminal activity that deserves maximum legal consequences.
Legal consequences that restore balance and family honor.
Family honor that you're destroying with these accusations.
Destroying everything good about this family. Criminal activity destroys family honor, not its discovery.
Discovery that protects family honor from further criminal damage.
Criminal damage that ends today through proper justice.
Proper justice based on improper supernatural evidence.
Evidence that no legitimate court would accept. Legitimate courts accept legitimate evidence regardless of discovery methods.
Discovery methods matter less than evidence accuracy.
Evidence accuracy that will be verified through examination.
Examination that will prove our complete innocence.
Complete innocence that should never have been questioned. Innocence questions are answered by evidence, not by assumptions.
Evidence that will answer all questions about criminal activity.
A criminal activity that will be proven beyond reasonable doubt.
Reasonable doubt? There's nothing but doubt about supernatural claims.
Nothing but doubt about mystical evidence. Mystical evidence that will be verified through physical examination.
Physical examination that begins right now with opening the safe.
Right now, truth finally emerges from years of hiding.
Years of hiding? You're claiming years of criminal conspiracy?
Years of conspiracy that nobody else detected? Criminal conspiracies often remain hidden until evidence reveals them.
Evidence that reveals the true extent of criminal betrayal.
Criminal betrayal that will be fully prosecuted and punished.
Prosecuted and punished based on supernatural accusations.
Accusations that have no basis in reality. Reality will be established through evidence examination.
Evidence examination that we're conducting immediately.
Immediately, justice begins its long-delayed victory.
Victory? You think destroying our lives constitutes victory?
Destroying innocent people's happiness and future? Innocent people's happiness doesn't require criminal support.
Criminal support that undermines any legitimate happiness.
Legitimate happiness that will be possible once justice is served.
Justice that destroys more than it protects.
Destroys love and trust and family relationships. Criminal activity destroys those things, not justice.
Justice protects family relationships from criminal exploitation.
Criminal exploitation that ends today through legal accountability.
Legal accountability for crimes we didn't commit.
Didn't commit and couldn't commit. Crime commission will be determined by evidence, not by denials.
Evidence that speaks louder than any denials or protests.
Evidence that will prove systematic criminal enterprise beyond doubt.
The safe is now open. Let's see what truth it contains. Transfers. This is all circumstantial. You're connecting dots that don't connect.
Circumstantial evidence that forms a clear pattern of systematic corporate betrayal. Corporate betrayal? Ryan, tell me this isn't true. Truth speaks louder than denials when evidence is overwhelming.
This evidence is overwhelming. Ryan, you betrayed everything this family stands for. Dad, please, let me make this right. I can return the money.
Returning money doesn't erase years of systematic criminal activity. Years? How many years have you been lying to me? Lies often span the entire duration of relationships built on criminal foundations.
Our company's competitive position has been systematically undermined. Undermined? We're still successful. No real damage was done.
Real damage that will become apparent when Harrison Industries launches our next product line first. They're going to launch our products? Products you helped them steal? Theft that continues to damage long after the initial criminal acts.
I'm calling our lawyers immediately. This requires criminal prosecution. Criminal prosecution? Dad, I'm your son. Surely we can handle this privately.
Private handling enables future criminal activity and betrays other victims. Other victims? Who else was hurt by this? Corporate espionage hurts employees, shareholders, and honest competitors.
Honest competitors who play by rules while we were systematically cheated. Cheated? I was just trying to secure our financial future.
Financial future built on systematic theft and corporate betrayal. Our future? You mean your future. You never told me about any of this. Criminal conspirators often keep partners ignorant to maintain plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability that protects no one when evidence is this clear. Clear evidence? This could all be fabricated. Someone could have planted everything.
Planted evidence across multiple banks, phone records, and email systems? Ryan, stop lying. The evidence is right here. You did all of this. Truth acceptance often comes when denial becomes impossible.
Denial is impossible when faced with systematic documentation of criminal activity. Criminal activity? I was just trying to provide for our future together.
Future together built on betrayal of family trust and business integrity. Family trust that you systematically violated for money. Money that corrupts relationships and destroys family bonds.
Family bonds that may never recover from this level of betrayal. Never recover? Dad, surely you can forgive your own son.
Forgiveness requires accountability and genuine remorse for criminal actions. Criminal actions that you're still trying to justify instead of acknowledging. Acknowledgement of wrongdoing is the first step toward genuine accountability.
Accountability that requires cooperation with legal authorities. Legal authorities? You're really going to have your own son arrested?
Legal consequences follow naturally from systematic criminal behavior. Criminal behavior that makes me question everything about our relationship. Questioning everything is appropriate when everything was built on lies.
Lies that damaged our family and our business for years. Years? It wasn't that long, and I was planning to stop eventually.
Planning to stop after stealing how much more proprietary information? How much more money did you plan to make from betraying your family? A criminal activity rarely stops voluntarily without external consequences.
External consequences that begin with immediate termination and legal prosecution. Termination? Dad, you're firing me from the family company?
Firing is the minimum consequence for systematic corporate espionage. Corporate espionage that makes me realize I never really knew you. True knowledge of people often comes through crisis and revelation.
Revelation that changes everything about family relationships and business operations. Changes everything? Dad, surely we can work through this as a family.
Working through requires genuine accountability for criminal actions. Criminal actions that you're still trying to minimize and excuse. Minimization prevents genuine remorse and meaningful accountability.
Meaningful accountability requires full cooperation with criminal prosecution. Criminal prosecution that will destroy my entire life.
Lives built on criminal activity eventually destroy themselves anyway. Destroy themselves and hurt everyone who trusted and loved them. Trust and love require honesty to survive and flourish.
Honesty that has been systematically absent from your behavior. Absent? I've been honest about everything except this one thing.
This one thing that involved systematic theft and corporate espionage for years. For years, while I thought we were building something honest together. Honest relationships cannot be built on dishonest foundations.
Dishonest foundations that require complete reconstruction through justice. Justice? This feels more like revenge and family destruction.
Justice protects families from criminal members who betray trust. Betray trust and make everyone question their own judgment. Questioning judgment is healthy when that judgment was systematically deceived.
Systematic deception that ends today with appropriate legal consequences. Appropriate consequences? Nothing about this feels appropriate.
Criminal behavior deserves criminal consequences regardless of family relationships. Family relationships that were systematically exploited for criminal gain. Criminal gain that corrupts everything it touches, including love.
Love that requires criminal support is not genuine love. Not genuine? My feelings for both of you are completely genuine.
Genuine feelings don't justify systematic criminal betrayal of family trust. Family trust that you violated repeatedly for money. Money that became more important than family honor and business integrity.
Business integrity that will be restored through proper legal action. Legal action against your own son? How was that restoring anything?
Restoring honor requires holding criminals accountable regardless of family relationships. Family relationships that mean nothing when criminal behavior is involved. Criminal behavior that destroys relationships more effectively than justice ever could.
Justice that protects innocent people from further criminal exploitation. Further exploitation? I was planning to stop. This was temporary.
Temporary criminal activity that lasted for years and generated hundreds of thousands in illegal profits. Illegal profits that you plan to use for our wedding and future. Futures built on criminal profits rarely materialize successfully.
Successful futures require honest foundations and legal behavior. Legal behavior? Everything I did was technically legal consulting work.
Technically legal consulting that involved systematic theft of confidential information. Confidential information that belonged to your family's company. Family companies deserve protection from criminal family members.
Criminal family members who will face full legal consequences. Full consequences? Dad, please. I can make restitution. I can fix this.
Fixing requires more than financial restitution when trust is systematically violated. Trust that can never be restored after this level of betrayal. Betrayal this systematic destroys relationships permanently.
Permanently damaged relationships that require legal resolution rather than family forgiveness. Legal resolution? You're choosing justice over family loyalty?
Family loyalty doesn't protect criminal behavior. It enables future victims. Future victims who deserve better than your continued criminal activity. Criminal activity that stops only through external legal intervention.
Legal intervention that begins immediately with criminal charges. Criminal charges? Dad, you're really going to destroy your only son?
Criminal behavior destroys people, not criminal prosecution. Criminal prosecution that protects society from systematic corporate theft. Corporate theft that requires serious legal consequences.
Serious consequences that serve justice and protect legitimate business. Legitimate business? I helped make this company more competitive.
More competitive through systematic criminal theft of competitor advantages. Competitor advantages that belong to other companies. Other companies that deserved honest competition, not criminal theft.
Criminal theft that ends today with your immediate arrest. Immediate arrest? You've already called the police?
Justice delayed is justice denied, especially with systematic criminal activity. Criminal activity that makes me realize our entire relationship was based on lies. Lies that supported criminal behavior and enabled systematic betrayal.
Systematic betrayal that requires systematic legal response.
Today, justice finally prevails over criminal behavior. Justice that protects innocent people from criminal exploitation. The universe always balances the scales of justice eventually.
Eventually becomes immediately when evidence proves systematic criminal conspiracy.